Hello, the internet, and welcome to my face once again. I asked on Instagram if anyone would be interested in seeing swatches of my red lipstick collection, and the answer was overwhelmingly yes. The answer was overwhelmingly yes because like 7 people answered, nobody answered no, but you know what? We're just gonna go with it. That's like half the views my videos usually get, so we're gonna go with it. All right, I have a bag of red lipsticks, and I will be trying them on one by one. I will go ahead and throw up a picture and price, and I will include in the description where you can get said product. So if you see one that you enjoy, you think that you would like to have for your own, you can go ahead and click the link below and be whisked away to the place where you can order said lipstick. None of these are sponsored or affiliate links, so I get zero money regardless of whether or not you want lipstick or eyeshadow or anything else. So with that being said, it's up to you. If you like something, go check it out. If not, doesn't matter. I get nothing. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead, pull some of these out, we'll get started. Okay, so the first items on the list are the Me Now Generation 2 long-lasting lip glosses. They're not actually glosses, they dry down like lipsticks. These things are incredibly inexpensive. I'm talking $1 and some change. I personally got these 4 from M.B.A.Cosmetics when they were having a sale. I don't believe that they stock them anymore, but you can find them on Amazon or eBay. Extremely inexpensive, and they come in just about every shade under the rainbow. So the 4 that I got run the range from pinky reds to orangey reds to blue toned reds, and I just got a little selection here. The shades are 05, 09, 27, and 29. So let's go ahead and start with number 5, shade 5, shall we? So this is shade 5. It's a cooler toned red lipstick. I can go ahead and put up swatches of all of them next to each other so that you can kind of see the difference. But I think one of the reasons they might be referring to it as a lip gloss is because none of these are really as opaque as a liquid lipstick would be. But as I said, they do dry down. Until they dry down, it usually takes a couple of minutes. They're a little tacky. So if you stick your lips together, you'll feel that tackiness. But they do dry, and they are easy to wear. They stick around for a pretty long time. So I've enjoyed them. I think that they're definitely worth the like $1 and some odd cents that you're paying for them. So this is shade 5. They do not have shade names, just numbers. So now I'm going to go ahead and breeze through the next 3. And then I'll show the swatches again just so that you have an idea, all of them next to each other. This was the first shade. Okay, now we're going to be going into shade 9. So this is a little bit more of an orangey red. I like it. This is more warm toned reds are generally my favorite. So this is one of my favorite of the bunch. This was shade 9. Okay, now shade 27. So this is kind of a mid-range. It's not really a orange red, and it's not really a cool red. It's just a red. I definitely enjoy it, but it's not even as like cool toned as my nail polish. It's just pow in your face red. So this was 27. Okay, last one of the bunch, number 29. This is a pink red. And this is probably the brightest, kind of lightest color that there is. Yeah, so I don't know how easy it is to tell, but this really is the most pink of the colors that I have. When I swatch them together, you'll see this is a very, very different red shade, but this was number 29. Okay, and just because I forgot to mention it earlier, in between lip swatches, I'm going in with the Equate Nighttime Soothing makeup removing moist towelettes. They're supposed to be kind of cheaper alternative to the Neutrogena Night Calming Cleansing Towelettes. I used them in the previous lip swatching video that I had done, the iKate House haul. So just these are what I'm using right now, and then as needed, I'm touching up my makeup with the Ulta Beauty Tinted Moisturizer. It's actually really, really nice tinted moisturizer. It's broad spectrum, SPF 30, and it's a decent shade match for me. I like it. It's got a dewy finish. I'm usually not a fan of that, but plug-in stuff that isn't lipstick. All right, moving on. Back to the lipstick. Okay, so this next one is Colourpop's Lippie Stick in the shade Booty. It's one of the Mad X Lippie Sticks. Okay, so this is what I think of whenever I hear the words fire engine red. It's just so loud. It is a more orange toned red. It's definitely warmer, but God, I love it. It's just how. Okay. Okay, next up on the list is one that I think everyone and their mother will recognize. This is NARS Cruella, one of their velvet matte lip pencils. This seems to be in all of the holiday Sephora gift sets. I mean, it's a more cool toned red, if that makes any sense. Okay, so here we go. NARS Cruella, oldie but goodie. Okay, so now I'm going to do my last two reds, and then we're going to move on to more rusty, darker, vampy. I'm going to go to a goth club reds. Okay. First up, we have Jelly Pong's The Super Matte Lipstick. It is one of those twist ups. This is actually an indie brand. I have talked about Jelly Pong in the past. I actually really like this shade and this product. It's very, very comfortable. It reminds me a lot of the NARS matte lip crayons, but it's a little, or lip pencils, but it's a little less drying, if that makes sense. So this is the shade Awesome. Let's do this. So here we have the shade Awesome by Jelly Pong. Okay, last of the bright reds, we have the shade Fifth Element by M.B.A.Cosmetics. This one is an orange red. If you think movie The Fifth Element, like an orange red, but I love it so much. I love these warm tones. They do come in 5-gram pots, so they're really reasonably priced, but you do have to use like a brush or your fingers or, you know, some sort of applicator because they do come in little jars. Okay, so this is the shade, The Fifth Element. Like I said, orange red, really nice. Obviously this and the shade Awesome by Jelly Pong, they're cream lipsticks. They're not going to be transfer proof, but I found that especially when it comes to the NBA lip paints, they wear down pretty gracefully throughout the day, and they're not that hard to apply. You're dealing with like a small little jar that you can take with you and, you know, put on as needed. And I actually apply this with my fingers, so it's not hard. You can get a decent application without carrying around a brush if that's something that concerns you. So, Fifth Element. Okay, so these next two lipsticks are both from LA Girl. The first one is one of their cream lipsticks in the shade Promiscuous. So as you'll see here, we start to deviate from the reds and get into these deep, plummy, burgundy, maroony, just darker red shades. I like this one. I think it's awesome. The cream LA Girl formula is exactly as the name implies. It's incredibly creamy. As such, definitely not transfer proof, not even transfer resistant. This will get on everything. But it's LA Girl, it's really inexpensive, and there are a lot of other shades to choose from. So I would definitely recommend it if you're interested in, you know, just a nice, comfortable, hydrating bullet style lipstick. Okay, next up from LA Girl, we have the Matte Flat Velvet Lipstick in the shade Relentless. Okay, so here we go, Relentless. This formula is creamy, not as creamy as the cream lipstick, and it does appear more matte. It has less of a shine or a sheen to it. It's about as easy to transfer though, so don't think that this is going to dry down and be perfect. It most certainly won't. Okay, next up we have a lipstick from LA Colors. This is just one of their matte lipstick. This is in the shade Brick, and as the name implies, it is a very brick red. So here we go, LA Colors shade Brick. I believe I got this for $1. So this is like the Me Now Generation 2. This is another one of those really, really inexpensive lipsticks. It will wear down throughout the day. I found that the lighter shades in this formula wear better throughout the course of the day than the darker ones do. It doesn't exactly end up looking patchy, but you'll definitely notice with a darker shade as you take a drink or eat something or what have you throughout the day. It's going to wear down and it's going to be noticeable. So they are very inexpensive. You do get a decent amount of product. You want to keep it with you so that you can reapply as needed. But the good thing is it goes on really smooth, really easily, and even with the darker shades, I'm not afraid to do this without a mirror. So it's not that bad if you have to reapply throughout the day. Okay, last item on the list of really inexpensive drugstore type lipsticks is Revlon's Super Lustrous lipstick in the shade Rosewine. Every time I go to the store, this is sold out because it's freaking awesome. Okay, so this is Rosewine. It is one of the Crèam Super Lustrous lipstick formulas. There's creams, there's sheers, there's pearls. There are a lot of different finishes, and it is visible on the bottom of the lipstick tube. So if you are in the market for this and you happen to be shopping in store, you want to go ahead and check that it says Crèam above the number. Because if it doesn't say cream, if it says pearl or something else, you're going to get a different finish. The cream finishes are rather matte, and in my opinion, they wear a lot better throughout the day. I don't experience as much fading. They do have a tendency to kind of stain the lips, so they'll stick around longer despite, eating, drinking, what have you. So this was Rosewine by Revlon. Okay, final two red lipsticks that I have are both darker, even darker reds. These are both indie brand lipsticks that I was introduced to via the Color Curate subscription bag. I have done a video unbagging of that subscription on this channel before. So if you are curious, you can go to my unbaggings and subscriptions to check out the Color Curate unbagging that I did. And I believe that the So Susan Cashmere Matte in the shade Chestnut, this one that I'm about to show you, was in the last bag. When I get the latest bag, I'm going to be doing a kind of 6-month recap of everything that I've received. So it is a bit pricier as a subscription. It's roughly $21 a month. So if you're curious, it's definitely worth the money, but you can see sort of what I've gotten over the course of the last half year. But we will go ahead and start with the So Susan Cashmere Matte long-lasting matte lipstick. It is another one of these twist-up lip crayon, lip pencil type things, and this is shade Chestnut once again. Okay, so Chestnut, kind of similar to the LA Colors Brick. It's a more rusty, brownish toned red. I like it. This particular formula is very comfortable. Once again, similar to, it actually reminds me a lot of the Lippie Stix by Colourpop in terms of consistency and lasting power. So if you're familiar with that, you can kind of use that as a comparison, as a yardstick for the type of wear that you're going to get out of the Cashmere Matte formula by So Susan Cosmetics. Okay, last but not least, we have the Trifle Cosmetics Crèam Bar Creamy Matte Lipstick. It's another one of these lip pencils. And this is another one of those kind of darker colors. This is more of a purple toned red, but I do enjoy it, and it's not quite as creamy as the Jelly Pong Pong or the Trifle or even Colourpop. This is a lot more like the NARS lip pencils in terms of dry down. It is kind of drying. It's not as hydrating or creamy as some of the other pencils that I put on today. So here we go. Here's the Cream Bar Creamy Matte Lipstick by Trifle Cosmetics. Like I said, more of a purple toned. These indie brands are definitely not the most affordable things, but they're not NARS either. So once again, I'll go ahead and I'll list websites and prices down below. So if you liked a particular shade, you know where you can find it. And I hope that this was fun and helpful and enjoyable and worth me wiping my lips multiple times. If you like this and you want to see other things, I have an insane lipstick collection. I have an insane everything collection. So if there's something you want to see swatched, I'm pretty understanding. I will make time for that. Just go ahead and let me know, leave me a comment or send me an email or hit me up on Instagram or what have you. But this concludes the lip swatching of my red lipstick collection. Not everything was a true red, but they were all a variation of red. And that's what counts, right? I hope that you have a wonderful day or night, depending on when you're watching this, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.